tell between us, I'm the student, and this is my grandma. This is my grandma Mary, and we had a Ralston youth also. His name was Matthew. He was a pretty cool kid, liked soccer. You guys probably would have liked him a lot, but he couldn't be with us also. So when we were talking about heroes, we had a couple good discussions, and first what we decided to do was make a big long list of all the qualities that we thought heroes could possess. So, I'm thinking like Superman, Batman, and different things, and writing them down. And, we were thinking along the big line of heroes, and from there we picked a few that we thought were most important, and then thought of heroes based on that. So some of them that we thought were most important were that they do good for others, that they were honest, that they had an element of like humility to them, like kind of a humbleness, and compassion and self-sacrifice were what we thought were really important. So from that we decided on our hero, which is Peg. Do you want to tell me about Peg?
I can talk about
All right, sure, talk about Peg.
Peg, she was like a Mother Teresa to me. She worked as a nurse with me probably for about 15 years, and then she and her husband sold their house, their cars, and took suitcases and moved to the Dominican Republic. She is a missionary nurse in the Dominican Republic, and the stories that she tells from down there, the poverty, the need, it's just extraordinary. She lives in an apartment above a grocery store. They don't have glass in the windows. Mosquitoes can come in. She's been sick several times. But she's worked in an orphanage there and helped, and giving medications out, etc. But to give up everything, they lived in the suburbs, had a beautiful house, beautiful cars, to give that all up and to move. To me, that's extraordinary. She's a hero.
Yeah, so she's, somewhat, I think she's the best kind of hero because she's still, someone that I know knows her, so she's still relatable, I think, and also is an example to others in, her enduring of hardship for the sake of others, and, I'm sure it's probably tough for her at times, but, she puts that aside in order to help others, which I think is really amazing. So I think that covers our hero, and we can talk about now what our experience was like in the program.
It was interesting to me to talk about my childhood and growing up years in education, and the differences. Oh my, when I went to grade school in a two-room school, how different. And these kids with their laptops and the computer age, it's just amazing. But the needs are still the same. The inside of us is still the same.
I noticed that as well, reading through, writing down what my grandmother's story she was telling me and stuff like that. I noticed there were like a lot of similarities. So she was talking about, like, the one specific thing I can think of is she loves to read and I love to read. She's telling me about this time when her mom, she was supposed to be cleaning her room, and her mom was like, Mary Jane, what are you doing up there? And she realized that her mom couldn't hear her footsteps on the floor. So she picks up her book and starts walking around, and I'm like, I've done that, I know. So just, finding out more of what we have in common. I actually had a really nice time just getting to know my grandma in a different light and things like that. So just my thanks to the people that helped us get this together. Thank you.